like that senile old man. Humans are so foolish. So foolish. There's nothing to compare. With one whiff of that gas I made from the seeds, they happily kill each other. Even their neighbors, even the ones they love. Not much compared to the full effects of the seeds themselves, but I still got a really good laugh out of it. Anyway, I think we've had enough fun for today. But I really don't like having to exercise. How far you can run! I'll squash you like a frog! I'll squash you like a frog! You're an annoying little bug!
Emily, I will avenge your death. Just a moment longer. I'll buy you a new dress to make up for all the pain I've caused you. The dress you wore when you came to my hotel room didn't seem to fit you right. Kason, I've been meaning to tell you this. You're one crazy guy.
You're an annoying little bug.
Tired already?
It's not too late. Go back to the room. What the?
It's because you don't understand humans.
Emily, York tries not to show it, but he's pretty shy. Don't wait for him to propose. Just ask him to marry you. Previously during the investigation, York, the other me, my other personality.
There are some things in this world that must be extracted, no matter.
York, I'm sorry,
Why can you cause me pain? A red tree!
York and Zack, Finally, I understand. You two really are best friends. I'm a little jealous.
I'm sure he'll make you very happy.
Are you leaving today?
Maybe.
Zack, that story I told you the other day, did you believe any of it?
The fact of the matter is that I couldn't save Emily. So it really doesn't matter whether I believed you or not.
I'm very sorry about her. There's something mysterious about that picture. There's a calming beauty to it, and yet it exudes sadness.
Harry, I have a few questions for you.
About what, Zack?
Your last name isn't really Stewart, is it?
That is correct. It's really Woodman. Harry Woodman. George was my son.
You were there in the White Room when I was there. Why?
The same reason as your father. Long, long ago, I too was unable to shoot my wife. What's worse is that I was also unable to kill myself. Which is why I lost both. The woman I loved and my son. My wife suffered from a mental illness, but I still loved her. I wanted to save George too, if I could. Everything was my fault. If only I had the courage to make the right decision, Emily and the other girls would not have died. But you have put an end to all of that.
I wonder if they are happy.
Zack, no need to worry about that. York will guide Emily and the other girls into the forest.
Hey, Michael. Mind stopping the car for a moment?
Very well, Mr. Francis Zack Morgan.
I heard you're leaving.
Uh-huh. That's right.
It's a shame about Emily, and the other girls too.
How are Isaac and Isaiah?
Oh, they're fine. They still don't think the girls are dead.
Give it to him yourself. He's right next to you.
Oh, okay. I understand. We'll do it for you.
Emily kind of told us to give this to you.
Emily said it's a present for Zach.
Thank you. Where did you get this?
Emily asked us to give it to you. See? She's over there.
There's another Zach there too. You're twins, just like us.
Emily couldn't give it to you herself. She said she's too embarrassed. So, she asked us to hand it to you.
Emily really likes you, Zach. She really likes you.
No, she doesn't. Not me. She really likes that guy York, the guy you see standing next to her.
Anyways, you two. Be nice to the girls, okay? And they'll be nice to you.
We don't like girls.
Girls are boring.
Gotta love him, just full of energy.
Emily, York, sounds like you're both doing fine. I feel better about you two now. And hey, York, I figured out why George carried on his body all the way into the woods.
It was for them. He wanted Isaac and Isaiah to find her.
Mr. Francis Zach Morgan, if you are finished, if you are, please, let us return to the car.
No need for that. You can go home. I want to take a look around more.
Very well, then. I'm sure Mr. Stewart will approve of that.
Ah, thank you, Michael.
Hey, bro! Hey, man. This map shows a station along the abandoned Extended Lines track. Now that was a busy place back when the lumber trade was big. No one goes near it now, you know. It's like a train graveyard. On top of that, some folks say they've even seen ghosts there. I don't mean one or two ghosts, man. I mean like hundreds. Every now and then, a golden opportunity comes along. Like a chance to leave home for a while and earn a lot of money. There were plenty of them at the end of the 80s. The lumber mill was severely short-handed, so they called in a lot of outside workers. But the place was failing, and indeed it died before most of the poor guys got there. So there was like a load of labor workers that had nowhere to go. No place to work, no way to get back to where they came from. A fair amount of them decided to live on the train they had rode in on. I guess that must have been hard living on a train car that ain't moving.
What kept them in town?
Ah, now, the head of the lumber mill had been lying to them. Wait just a little longer, we'll have work for you soon, you know, that kind of thing. He was just a lying scumbag. No way to rock, man. But lies, they only last so long. With each day that passed, those unemployed guys got more angry. But then, something happened. And the timing for it was incredible. The rail car they were spending the night in just happened to catch fire, with all them inside it.
Incredible timing indeed.
Oh yeah, but the police couldn't find any evidence to pin it on anyone. They didn't have all those gadgets and stuff you guys got now. And the police were annoyed the unemployed guys were causing trouble. Nothing happened to the head of the lumber mill. It made the news as an accident. But the rumor says that a large number of those boys are still living in that train car, unaware that they're dead. You better be careful, Mr. FBI, if you go down there by yourself.
Hey man, that map you just bought. It's the map to get to the Greenvale Central substation.
It's down by the Emerald River, owned by a company named Darius Incorporated. It's there to supply extra power through hydroelectricity. Cool, huh? But it hasn't been used since a certain incident. The name of the victim was Laura, the only daughter of the rich Bartons who lived down by the lake. One weekend morning, the man of the house, Alex, was awoken by the screams of his wife. When she calmed down, she told him that Laura was gone. Alex did his best to calm his hysterical wife and started looking for the girl. There were a lot of possibilities at this point as to what happened. But heading out to the garden, he came across something chilling. His daughter's beloved dog, soaking wet, with one of her shoes in his mouth.
She drowned.
Well, Alex headed for the bathroom next. I would have headed straight for the boathouse myself. Was he confused? Maybe just shaken? He washed his face, his hands, and then he called the police.
So he was worried about something else.
Oh yeah, FBI, you're hot. The police searched the lake for like 10 days, but they didn't find Laura. The search was called off, but some people started to doubt that this was a simple drowning. 31 days after she vanished, Laura showed up in a most unexpected place. There was a massive power outage after a night of rain. Laura's body was the cause. Oh man, it makes me shudder to even think about it. When a worker from the electricity company opened up the water turbine, there she was, inside, mutilated. Having fallen into the lake, the turbine must have sucked her up. The blood vessels in her eyes had burst, and her nails were ripped off. Her hair was all caught in the turbine, too. It must have been a painful way to die, man. And during the autopsy, signs of abuse were found on her body.
That's what the father was worried about.
Of course, that led to the rumors that she took her own life. Lost in a maze of abuse by her parents, she chose to give up living. But in doing so, she brought the truth to light. Kinda creepy though, huh? Sad too. You better be careful, Mr. FBI, if you go down there by yourself.
Benjamin, today's a big day. I'm one lucky fella now, ain't I? Thanks to this monkey in a suit, I got 10 of you now. Makes working for an honest dollar look pretty bad now, don't it? With this green, I'm gonna get me a new muffler. I better get over to the general's and look for one. Reminds me, man, that general. He was going on about some high-fly car that just came in. Said it was the car that FB idiot drove into town with. Must be a sweet-sounding ride, though. I bet with a little tuning it would run pretty smooth. What do I care? It ain't my thing.
So the car that York drove into town is at the General's junkyard.
little piggy. Cry all the way home.
You shouldn't have come.